All right. Hi, Jag family. Allison is here joining us from AZ YouthForce. The organization is a workforce development program through the Boys and Girls Club throughout Arizona, and it provides services for teens ages 16 to 19. And teens are provided the opportunity to receive trainings and soft skills, and they are placed in a paid internship. Interns will receive the support of a case manager for the entire time, and they are in the program, and as well as 6 months of follow-up case management. Sounds familiar, Jag? To expand further about this amazing organization, help me by welcoming Allison to this week's Power Hour. Woo!
Your enthusiasm is infectious. I don't know how I can follow that. Hi, everybody. It's lovely to be here. Like Sarah said, my name is Allison. I am the group internship manager for AZ YouthForce. So AZ YouthForce is a program under the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Valley umbrella. So youth do not have to be a member of the Boys and Girls Clubs to participate in our program, but by participating in our program, they become a member. Does that make sense? So we're like bringing kids into the Boys and Girls Club family, but they don't ever have to step foot in a club to be a part of what we do. So I'll tell you a little bit about my role. So I'm actually really excited. It's been a crazy week. I run an internship specifically down at Phoenix Suns Arena. So I've been put on hold for the last 9 months. We haven't had any events. We haven't had a contract, and we actually just signed a contract last week. So I hired 25 kids over the past 7 days. We start our events next Thursday. So we will be recruiting for that internship in the summer. Probably May is when we'll run our academy. So let me give you kind of an idea of how our programs work. So we are a workforce development program. So we don't just provide kids with a job. We kind of try to encompass them a little bit more than that. So before students are eligible for our internships, they have to take what we call our academy. So it's 30 hours of soft skills and workforce development training. So we teach them, we're focusing a lot on diversity and inclusion, resumes, cover letters, interviewing skills. They take place in an event we call our speed networking event. So we bring in volunteers from all different walks of life, and we put our interns it's kind of like speed dating, but with interviewing skills. So they get to practice all of the things that they learned. And that's kind of the point of our internships too. So we give them all of the skills that they need to be successful in a job, and then we give them the opportunity to practice those skills in a paid internship. They're case managed the entire time, either by myself or my counterpart, whose name is Paul. And then we also provide them with 6 months of follow-up through after they're finished with their internship. So depending on what their goals are, if they want to go to college, we help them out with resources for that. If they want to go to trade school, we have connections there. If they want to go straight into the workforce, a lot of them, especially in our JiffyLube internship, a lot of them choose to be hired on at their place of employment. So we call that our career track. And that kind of puts them right into the workforce in a paid job where they have, an opportunity to grow their career. So we have several different opportunities. I talked about the Phoenix Suns Arena. That is geared typically more towards younger interns. This might be their first job. They have no idea what they want to do for the rest of their life, and that's totally okay. It's just kind of like a basic customer service, learning how to interact in a workplace environment. And then we have our career track internships. So this summer, our opportunities are Bank of America. They are making last year, they made like $51 an hour after the contract worked out. It was crazy. I know there's a lot of shock. I can't see all your faces, but I hope that they're shocked because it was nuts. So that's just kind of the way the contract worked out last year. They probably won't make $51 an hour this summer. But Bank of America is our better paying internship. Typically they start at $17 an hour. That one will likely be virtual this summer. But if you have kids that are interested in finance, banking, want to go that route, this Bank of America internship is a great first step. We are also doing an engineering internship. So we're calling it our STEM internship because we're going to focus on more than just engineering. It's a partnership with Valley Metro. We'll have 30 spots and we'll do 2 different cohorts. So it's 5 weeks where they just get to learn all about STEM opportunities, what those careers look like. It's a new program that we're rolling out this summer, like I said, in partnership with Valley Metro. But we're really excited about it. Valley Metro did this program last summer. They had great success. But kind of the thing that they noticed that they were missing is the soft skills. So we're going to partner together this time and hopefully, get everybody to the finish line. We also have our JiffyLube internship. So they're placed right in a JiffyLube, oil changes, tire rotations, all that stuff. Out of 11 kids that have gone through that program, 10 have been hired. It's amazing. If you have teens that are interested in cars, this is a phenomenal opportunity, and it will likely lead to a job. We start at $12.15 an hour, but once they're hired, they start at $15 and they go up from there. JiffyLube will pay for all of their certifications. It's a really cool program. And then we have our Haskins Electric program. So we have 2 different internship opportunities with this spot. They are either put in a warehouse, so we call them our warehouse workers. They must be 18 or older to be a warehouse worker, likely leads to long-term employment. We've had several interns get hired. And then we have what we call our electrician's apprentice. So if you have teens that are interested in the trades, they work directly alongside an electrician, get to learn kind of all the tools and tricks of this trade. And then we have been in talks with Chuck Haskins, who is the owner of Haskins Electric. And he is talking about scholarshiping some kids that come through the program for their electrician certifications. So if you have a kid who absolutely wants to be an electrician, or even knows that they want to go into a trade but doesn't quite know which trade they want to do, this might be a great route for them. And I think that's it for this summer. We have quite a few things to choose from. Our recruitment is going to be, let me look at a calendar here. So we're starting recruitment now. We will probably start very heavy in March through April, and then we'll run cohorts in May. So typically our cohorts are 3 Saturdays virtually. So we would probably start them that first week of May and do in the cohort, and then do interviews like the week of April 19th and April 26th. So we will probably accept applications through the 16th of April. I am happy. I will send all this information out to Casera. I realize I'm saying a lot of dates. I'm going to send that out to you. Don't panic. You don't have to write everything down. If you have not worked with me in the past, you will quickly find out that I am an over communicator. I send emails about everything. So you will have the information from me if you need it. That's about it. I think I gave a pretty solid overview. I don't want to bog you down too much with information. Does anybody have any questions for me?
Yeah, I do. So what's the process of registering for your program? How would I direct my kiddos?
Good question. So our applications are all done online. Once they apply online, they'll get an email from one of us, depending on who the internship is assigned to. They'll get an email from one of us asking them to schedule an interview. Sometimes it's a phone call. We typically reach out with both. We know that, teens are not always email savvy. So we often phone call or text as well. And then once they get an interview, we schedule that interview for them. They show up to the interview. If they're a good fit for the internship, then they are scheduled for our academy. They go through our academy, and then, you know, we do background check, drug test, and they're placed in their paid internship. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you. So,
Yeah,
and they also, so once they're part of your program, they will automatically become a member of the Boys and Girls Club?
absolutely.
Oh, that's
Which
awesome.
means they also become eligible for all of our scholarship programs. We have a college success advisor. They also get to utilize her. So the membership, you know, kids sometimes shunt that to the side. But like, I had 2 girls from one of my cohorts last year who applied for a scholarship that we were giving out. There weren't enough club kids that applied, so they each got $3,000 just because nobody else applied. It was like easy money. It was crazy. Any more questions?